Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, everybody? We are now live. What is going on, everyone? It is Monday, April the 1st, 2024. It is another live edition of Steve's Kitchen here on the Around the Point Network YouTube channel. What's popping, y'all? Hope all of y'all had a wonderful weekend. I hope you all enjoyed your Easter. Hope you all enjoyed your Good Fridays and the whole weekend in general. However it is that you celebrate it and all that fun stuff with your loved ones. And yeah, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Share it throughout your entire social media platforms, wherever it is that you guys share videos with all your friends who covered the wonderful, crazy, wacky world of professional wrestling. As always, I am that dude that they call Steve, and I'm here. I'm not alone. Here joined by the good brother. He is the pride of Detroit. He is Detroit's favorite son. He's the current ATP UK reigning and defending for now. UK champion for now. The one, the only Big Mike. What's going on, brother?
What's all this for now stuff?
Hey, you never know, man. I know I gotta deal with Chase Covington at Restore the Feeling, but once this is done, I'm aiming for championship aspirations. Championship goal.
We fought before and you lost, right?
I didn't stretch that day. I didn't stretch. I was the catering first, and so went on a full stomach. So that's what happened. But how you been?
Okay.
How was your Easter, bro?
My Easter was good. Family's always good to be around.
Exactly.
But as far as today, I'm exhausted. Honestly, work was a very tough. Tough one to get through today.
Oh, bro. Me yesterday, fresh off a 4 to 5 hour drive back from Virginia, driving to Virginia and back. Let me tell you something, guys. It's crazy. Granted, I got to be with my dad. We drove. Just driving there at night. A lot of these states like Delaware, Maryland, what are we doing? What are we doing with your highways? Put some lights. Put some freaking lights. I hate driving in these. Everything's just pitch dark. I hate it. I freaking hate it.
Well, that's what happens when you drive to these. When you drive countryside.
I mean, to be fair, where my cousin lives is just not country at all. It's a nice area in Virginia. His house is like a freaking mansion, right? So, nevertheless, it was his 50th birthday. Had a good time. Got shit-faced. Completely wasted. I literally went through 2 bottles of Casamigos, bro. 2 bottles off the Casamigos. And, yeah, bro, I was out for the count, bro. If you get what I mean. But that was my Saturday. Sunday, it's crazy, bro. So I ended up like falling asleep, right? I fall asleep, wake up the Sunday morning, see my dad just hung over and shit. Like, fuck, now I gotta drive back home in this whole thing. It's crazy. But nevertheless, we did get through. We managed to pull through. We drove and all that stuff. Yeah, brother. It was crazy. It was crazy. You know what's even crazier, bro? Like, I'm on the road because I know Ariel said this on the interview. Yeah, we'll talk about the Ariel Helwani interview. We will talk about it. A lot to get into on that. And it's funny because like I'm driving home, right? I'm tired. Sunday night, I literally get home. I find out there's a Roman Reigns documentary on A&E that I didn't watch yet. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Didn't watch it yet. I do plan on watching it tomorrow. We will talk about it tomorrow on the Raw Rundown. Okay. But I know there's a part, Mike, in the Ariel interview that you're probably watching right now as we speak, where he does say, he was driving back home from Montreal, and all he could think about was interviewing CM Punk. And I'll be honest with you, I did say when the news came out, what was it, on Wednesday, right? Or Thursday, that, oh my God, Ariel's interviewing CM Punk, that, hey, we might have to postpone Steve's Kitchen for later timing, right? On today, but later on. But my thing was, I don't know what time Punk's going to be on. Because with Punk, with the MMA hour, it goes long. The show goes long, right?
Yeah, the show is 4 hours.
It is. It's a 4-hour show, so you don't know exactly what time will Punk be on. We'll find out it's 2 p.m. Eastern. So I'm like, all right, Steve's Kitchen can be on regular scheduled time. I was being generous here. I'll let the boys, watch this, and I will be honest. We will talk about that tomorrow. I'm still not done watching the documentary.
Haven't seen it yet.
So we will talk about.
Seen the Roman one. The Roman one was fantastic.
I heard a lot of good reviews about it. I've not watched it yet.
Fan-freaking-tastic, man. Well done. Story within a story. Beautiful stuff.
I have not watched it yet, so I do plan on watching that. The Roman one. I'm still in the process of watching the Bray Wyatt one. Not finished it yet. So there's that. We will talk about it tomorrow. On the Raw rundown. We'll talk about it. All right, so there you go. That's the plan for tomorrow. But later on today, after this show's over, we will be on the True Heel Heat YouTube channel for the return of Rated Raw Superstars. For the Raw watch along. It's the go home show to Monday Night. It's the go home show to WrestleMania, bro. It's WrestleMania week, bro. Aren't you excited, bro? Aren't you thrilled? It's the 40th anniversary. Aren't you thrilled, bro? Like, come on, man. Aren't you ready to
40 WrestleManias, man? Who would have thought?
Are you ready to watch GCW versus DDT, man? Are you ready to watch Bloodsport? Are you ready to watch Joey Janela's Spring Break?
Only ready. Bloodsport, I only care about one match.
Shayna Baszler versus Masha Slamovich.
Yeah.
Okay. Respectable. But aren't you excited for the Hall of Fame, bro? Seeing Paul Heyman get inducted in Philly. It's only right? It's only right. You know what I like too about the Hall of Fame, bro? No one knows who's inducting who. Normally, when the news comes out, oh, so and so is going to the Hall of Fame, you hear about who's going to induct who. We don't know. We don't know anything about it yet. We don't know anything about who's going to induct who.
Right.
Which is crazy in its own self. C Money writes here, Bloodsport gonna slap as always. I agree with that. The Punk Helwani interview was epic. Could it be Tommy Dreamer? I mean,
it could be anybody.
Honestly, I'd rather be someone who was a major part of who. How do I phrase it? It would be someone that was that Paul Heyman impacted, right? Like, left a big role in their careers, like Diamond Dallas Page, like Dusty Rhodes was for Diamond Dallas Page, right? Granted, you could say it could be, CM Punk. It could have been redacted, but I don't know. I mean, can we say his name now because he's on the back of a truck for WrestleMania? I mean,
yeah, sure, Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar? Could it be, Bubba? Could it be Bully Ray, Bubba Ray Dudley? Could it be Tommy Dreamer, Rob Van Dam? I would love for it to be a mix of a lot of people.
Honestly, I think it should be, because I'm pretty sure he's headlining, right?
He's closing. So, bro, honest, you give this man the entire time. Give this man. If you give him an hour, bro, give him an hour.
He should have, I would do a person in era, like a person in era. Basically somebody from his ECW era. I wouldn't mind seeing Brock. I mean, a lot of people will probably boo him throughout his whole speech.
They are.
But I wouldn't mind seeing Brock, CM Punk. Tribal Chief.
Exactly. Roman Reigns could be also another one.
Yeah, Tribal Chief. Have him say a couple words, spurse up that match. on Saturday and Sunday.
Exactly, dude. It could be anybody, dude. It could be anybody. But let's get into this, man. A lot to discuss. I know you're still watching it. Where are you right now?
Well, I got to pause because we're talking. He's talking about the Tony Khan situation. I think he just mentioned that Tony Khan went on TV and said that he feared for his life.
Oh yeah, we'll get into all that.
And Punk said that he said basically,
he's a clown.
Went out and defamed my character. So it's like he didn't know how to go about that. But honestly, when he the one thing that I took away from the AEW talk so far is that he basically said, like, you lied to me. You said that you were going to bring me in to make money, draw views, and sell tickets. None of that stuff happened.
I mean, a lot to get into. It's a lot to get into.
That was so fun. I was like, oh man. So it's like,
which we'll get into. Which we will get into. So without further ado, guys, let's get into this, shall we? Let's get on to this, if you will.
Let's fucking go.
How timing, right? How timing. So we're gonna start things off here. I'll tell you what, you're still watching the CM Punk thing, right? You're still watching it, so we'll work around it. We'll just get this out of the way. Now let's talk about CM Punk. What was a guest today on the Ariel Helwani MMA Hour. He was a guest, and again, when the news came out this was happening, bro, I'm like, okay, we're postponing Kitchen. Because this was the major thing on the whole fucking thing. It's on a Monday. It's on a fucking Monday. But Ariel teased it on, was it Thursday or Wednesday? CM Punk will be in studio. And again, this is not the first time that they've had an one-on-one interview. They go back years. They go back years. You know what I mean? Where he went to Punk's house and interviewed CM Punk multiple times. 2013 when he was the WWE champion facing The Rock, right? Goes into his UFC debut, right? I even want to say 2011, 2012, right? 2015, 2018. So they go back, bro. They go back, and he did say leading up to this interview, there's no restrictions. And that's what I think got everyone intrigued because, okay, you already knew Ariel was going to ask these AEW questions. Again, he didn't go off the rip, like ask him right away. No,
he warmed up to it.
Yeah, talked about his return. How did all this come about? Like, here's a fun little fact. Did you guys know that CM Punk didn't have a non-compete clause on his AEW deal when he left?
Well, obviously, since, he debuted at Survivor Series, they kind of go hand in hand.
It does. They do. They talked about how, again, there was a non-compete. I mean, Punk could have showed up sooner if he wanted to. If he wanted to.
After All In, he could have signed that next day.
Exactly. He could have signed the next day. And he looks happy. And also factor in both Ariel and Punk have a love for Bret the Hitman Hart. So I love the Bret wrestle buddy in the background. I love that. I just do.
I mean, he held it for a couple of minutes throughout the interview. So,
honestly, dude, I wish, the content creator in me, right, would have used a picture of him holding the wrestle buddy as a thumbnail. That would have hit. But it is what it is. You can't correct the past, right? They talked about that. They talked about how things have changed now, right? How years ago he was bitter. He was, one of the boys, right? And how all he focused was his character. What's he going to do tomorrow, the next week, the next month? Nowadays, years have passed, right? He's much older, has seen, I know we say this all the time, the vision, right? He sees things for what they truly are, right? And he's happy to see where the environment in the locker room, the vibe is, today. How it's some of the footprints that he left behind. I guess the words, the fruit of your labor, right? The fruits of your labor. He's happy to see it. And I know people have been playing clips, right, online, because you're seeing it. You're seeing it now, Mike. I'm sure everyone else is seeing it. The rebuttals, right? Yes, Romeo says here, Nick Khan wishes he knew. Yeah, for real, bro. Nick Khan wish he knew.
Yeah.
But it is one of those situations, bro, that he's happy now. That's just the vibe I got from all of this. He's just happy. He don't got to deal with the bullshit anymore. He doesn't mind giving young talent advice. They did talk about Vince McMahon, of course. They had to.
Yeah.
I know he's also in the news as well. There's like a love letter that was sent.
Oh, I didn't see that. I'm
from
kind of like staying away from the Vince stuff.
I know, but again, it's on Twitter. It's everywhere, right? So it's like, we'll talk about it some other time. But I don't feel like right now it's the right time, the right place to do so. But he talked about how he met up with Vince, I guess, at the gym, or he was speaking to him, or I guess speaking to Nick Khan on the phone, speaking to Nick Khan. And I guess Vince was working out, and he didn't like the fact that someone was on their phone while they're in the gym, which was hilarious, but still, it is what it is. And of course, all this led. Also, real quick, we find out that CM Punk was supposed to face Seth Rollins at WrestleMania on night 1 for the World Heavyweight title. We find that out. So I know it sucks because he did get hurt, but I feel like, for me at least, the way things have played out, right? You get no complaints from me. No complaints. What do you feel about that, Mike? Like, the way things have played out, right? Do you feel like, oh man, I wish Punk was still involved? Cause I remember when the news came out, oh, he's hurt, he's gonna miss WrestleMania. A lot of people in general felt devastated by it, right? And then you hear that, oh, now it's Drew, and Drew has done right now some of the best work of his career. To think where he was, 2 years ago or so, against Tyson, was it against Roman, right? And losing, right? And being there with Tyson Fury singing, and now look where he's at. It's night and day, bro. He's found a way to bounce back. Would you agree with that, Mike?
For sure. Yeah. I've always said this. Yeah. Drew is doing phenomenal stuff right now. And yeah, I wish Punk was a little bit involved. I wish there was no injury, or I wish, even what they did when they were in Chicago, and that whole talking segment happened, which was like one of the highlights of that episode of Raw. Just have them, once in a while do that before. Well, Mania season is here, and it's this weekend. So it's kind of like too late for that. But, when he, starting to get healed up, keep him coming, keep him coming, and, ramping up stuff. I would love to see him still be involved, and I wish he was involved, because what he said in that interview, at least, Punk
Lee.
Punk and Seth was going to happen.
First off, I love that Will Ospreay avatar, bruv. Love it. Fucking love it, bruv. So, and another thing too, because there's so many matches you could do, which we'll get into in a bit here, but I want to get back into this Punk interview. And then eventually Ariel asked him, because he had to. He had to ask him about what happened, right? And I like how he didn't go in any order at all. He didn't go in any order, because I feel like for something like this, you would have to go in order, right? From the beginning. Let's get one thing clear. He is not bitter about his time in AEW. He's not. It's just unfortunate how things ended. That's just the bottom line about it. It's just it's unfortunate how things really ended at the end of the day. Punk choked that man. That's what's up, brother. I'm new here, by the way. Saw this from that's what's up, Jeffrey Lee. Welcome aboard. This is your first time. Hope you subscribe, brother. Like I said, I do love that Will Ospreay avatar, bruv. Fucking badass. That's just the vibe out of it too. Yes, things didn't end the way everyone thought it was gonna end, right? But you could just tell dude isn't bitter at all. Dude isn't like, at the end of the day, he moved on. Right? So let's get into this. Ariel asked him first. Are you there, by the way, Mike? Are you still
No, I got it paused because we're talking.
All right. Just making
I can't
sure.
listen to you and listen to him clearly to.
Okay, fine. We'll get
you can talk about it. I don't care. I'm gonna eventually hear it. It don't matter.
We'll get into the Jack Perry stuff first. At All Out. All In. And how all this stemmed, right? How Jungle Boy, again, we're hearing Punk's side of things now, right? Punk finally spoke about this. Everyone thought this NDA, he couldn't speak on it. Here he is speaking on it. You could tell he got a little frustrated about it a little bit, but he finally just spoke on it. He talked about how Perry wanted to do something with Glass, right? And he went off on all these people. And Punk, I guess Tony told Punk, like, hey, can you talk to him? Which is like, again, you're the boss of the company here. You should be the one talking about it. You should be the one handling this, right? To which Punk said, listen, if I handle this, you're not going to like how I'm going to handle it. You're not going to like it at all. And he told him straight up, listen, they've all told you no regarding the Glass. Because the car was a rental car that they're gonna film something on Collision. Which, by the way, Mike, CM Punk did not even want to be on Collision in the first place. CM Punk did not want to be on Collision. Oh, look at this, yo! I'm loving this. Super Saiyan, the one, the only Chase. Oh, what's going on, Chase?
Nothing much, man. Just wanted to pop in.
Damn, you went dirty blonde? Sheesh.
No, I went blonde. I went blonde, man. I'm Cody blonde.
Super Saiyan!
I kind of like it, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So what's going on, brother? How you been?
Good. Enjoying another beautiful day in sunny California, as Steve would say. So
there you go. How was your Easter, brother?
Survived my aunt's cooking, so that was good.
Oh, that's what's up, brother. But now that you're here, I know you watched the interview live. Bro. I did say, okay, we'll delay Kitchen. I just figured, all right. I didn't think it'll be on at 2 p.m., but here we are on time, kind of. What was your overall thoughts on the interview overall?
Man, I can listen to CM Punk talk for hours. Like, if you just gave CM Punk a 4-hour podcast, I'd probably listen to all 4 hours. Something about that guy's voice, I can just listen to him talk about anything. But the way he tells stories, it's just like, yeah, I believe it. Like, I can believe anything this guy was saying. And I mean, you could tell it was like at first Ariel did a good job just asking about the WWE stuff. But we all know Ariel, bro. If you've been watching Ariel Helwani for years, you know this guy's gonna instigate. He does it with MMA fighters and stuff that can actually kick his ass. Now you get pro wrestlers that could probably kick ass, but don't have really the necessary skills or training like an MMA fighter. I don't know what it is when he talks to pro wrestlers. They are so comfortable talking to him, letting everything go, and this did not disappoint. CM Punk, I was expecting Punk. My hype for this was kind of like, I think it'll be fine. I didn't expect CM Punk to be all like, he just hated his time in AEW. Just be telling him that, like this guy casually goes, I didn't try to do anything wrong. And then I choked the guy just a little bit. It's not like I punched away. He submitted to choking a fucking Jungle Boy and stuff. And then
which we'll get into, because we're talking about that real quick. We're talking about the whole Jack Perry thing, right? How, again, this is Punk's side of things, right? Everyone went by speculation.
Here's the thing. I don't care. If someone is willing to say what happened, I believe what that person is going to say. Or if someone saying, thanks for asking, I'm not going to comment. I could care less. I could care less what anyone else says. Until Jack Perry wants to say shit, until Tony Khan wants to say shit, CM Punk is out there. He's able to say. He's not afraid. He's not going, oh, this happened. No, he just straight up is telling what happened and stuff. And you know what? I believe it. Because everything connects the dots at the end that Jack Perry comes out bad at the end of this, at the end of it all. So, someone that is able to, speak out against it, and I believe what Punk is saying in that shit. So I believe CM Punk in this situation.
Yes. I've always, again, I just feel too that it's one of those situations where, again, we've always wondered what's Punk's side going to be like? What's Punk's story going to be? It finally came out, right? And if you're Jack Perry, this does not make you look good. If you're Tony Khan, doesn't even make you look good at all, because it shows how amateur you are as a boss to handle a situation.
What do you want me to do? You could have put that, Steve. That's really the nicest way you could have put that.
Just being honest about it. Listen, I've seen people on Twitter coming out of this interview. Oh, Tony Khan, at the end of the day, created an alternative, giving men and women opportunities to, hone their craft on TV. And that's cool and all. That's great. But if you don't have a backbone to confront your talent or deal with something where it needs to be dealt with, then what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Yeah, I think Tony Khan, one of his main flaws is the fact that he lets the wrestlers kind of do whatever. It's kind of like you just give them the longest leash, and he looks at it as like, oh, well, as long as they go out there and perform, I don't care. That's what it comes off to me, how Tony Khan has ran this business for the longest time. He just wants the wrestlers to go do their thing, go be pro wrestlers, do that, and nothing else. Like he don't want to deal with all the other junk. He doesn't want to deal with the drama backstage or stuff. You guys figure that out. That's not my job. My job is to do my passion project and watch great wrestling. That's what Tony Khan thinks his job is. And CM Punk, what he was saying, like a lot of people, this is how I know sometimes wrestling fans have never even worked in a corporate job, or B, just like are just so one side. I think what CM Punk was saying was true. CM Punk, and he said this, and so people gotta clean their ears a little bit and listen. He was pitched to this company. He wasn't just gonna join. Tony Khan told CM Punk, hey, this is going to be an alternative to WWE. It's going to be totally different. CM Punk realized that this company is not what was pitched to him. He was pitched something else. He was pitched a company that's going to want to be different than WWE and bring something different to the table. But then when he realized, oh no, this company is just a wrestling show, like it's just good matches, that's where CM Punk got frustrated, because he truly thought that him coming in, it was going to help the business, help the company. That was his main goal, was to help AEW. That's what CM Punk wanted to do from the jump. What's this, Steve? Why
how about now?
What's going on?
I think it was Mike's settings there. Mike, just check your settings.
I was all confused for a second. I was like, what the hell is it me? But so CM Punk, I felt CM Punk was fair of what he said. I don't think what CM Punk was saying was sour grapes. I think CM Punk I feel CM Punk was very, very objective about certain things in this interview, especially you could tell when the leak got brought up, that's when Petty Punk was coming. That's when CM Punk, but I feel when CM Punk was actually explaining what he thought AEW was going to be and everything of that nature, it was more about disappointment for him. It was more of okay, I literally thought coming to this company, it was going to be different. And then honestly, he needed AEW for him to fall back in love with the WWE, because I think CM Punk, for the longest time, CM Punk was in the WWE structure of things, and he was so used to that structure. He was so used to how WWE does things that he felt he was going to come to AEW and, have a looser style of the WWE structure. I was hoping, hey, maybe we can implement what WWE does well, but make it better in his eyes, make it better in and how CM Punk feels will make it better. Every complaint that CM Punk has with WWE, we can improve it here in AEW, and we can make AEW the place that makes Google bucks all this money. And then once CM Punk realized that most of the locker room was like, no, we don't want to do this, or that most of the locker room has never been in that WWE style or have been in a controlled element like that. New Japan's not like that. Ring of Honor's not like that. These companies are not like WWE. The infrastructure that WWE runs on is totally different. It frustrated Punk. It made Punk realize, holy shit, I miss how WWE is, because WWE has this infrastructure that works for me. It won't work for everyone else, but for a guy like CM Punk, who, let's be real, when he was on the independents, he kind of got to do whatever the fuck he wanted. And then he signed to WWE in what, 2005, 2006. He debuted in ECW 2007, and then from 2007 to 2014, all he knew for most of his career, 7 years of his pro wrestling career, was the WWE system. So then when you're gone for a long period of time and you go to a place like AEW where you think, hey, maybe I can implement what I know from WWE in there, it just didn't work out. Just didn't work out at the end of the day. And I feel he was fair in his assessment with what he said about AEW in the sense of, what he expected from it and what was expected from him. He was supposed to be the draw that was missing from AEW. AEW had a lot of good talent, but they were missing that key draw, that key numbers guy that would make them like, okay, you tune in because CM Punk is on the brand. They didn't have that. They got that, and CM Punk felt that, yeah, and they pretty much, and like, Tony Khan, he liked the guy. You could tell Tony Khan liked the guy because he didn't want to let him go. It was all like, Tony Khan literally was like, no, we're going to make Collision for you. And CM Punk's like, okay, this is not going to work. Separate brands, separate rosters. He was right. Now, did CM Punk have to say you can do that on the Wednesday night show? No, he didn't have to say that. That's where CM Punk kind of fucked up there. But, hey, Punk was mad about something, and, CM Punk, he was very good in this interview. This was very, like, I'm going to re-listen to it again. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to be like, ooh, Punk, you nasty for this. You funny for this. But I really liked what CM Punk had to say. I don't think he did any. The only thing that he said bad was like guaranteed contracts ruin pro wrestling. And it's like, okay, like that's ridiculous, because guaranteed contracts make it where these wrestlers can at least have a better living and stuff.
Exactly. I agree with that too.
But other than that, everything CM Punk said was on the money. It was very entertaining. Just the Tony Khan stuff was just freaking funny, because we say this stuff about Tony for the longest time.
Yeah, we do. We say all the time about Tony Khan. He also talked about Adam Page as well, and he talked about how Adam Page was mad because in his mind, he thought he got his friend fired, that being Colt Cabana. And of course, the workers' rights promo, we've heard this before, right? Leading into a Double or Nothing 2022. It's not me defending this title, it's me defending AEW from you, and how he felt that, again, Adam Page went at, shoot punched him, whatever it was, and try to keep it professional as it is. That also was a factor as well in all this. But I do think who takes more effect in this is Tony Khan at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
He also talked about how he felt that the Elite didn't want him there in the first place. It's kind of weird because there's clips, if you watch Being the Elite from many years ago, where I think it was Matt Jackson, like they're in a hotel room in Japan, and
yeah, they're doing a Q&A.
Yeah, I've texted him all the time about joining the Bullet Club and how his comeback, will be big for wrestling and all this stuff. And I understand what he was saying, but about the contract, because what do some of these guys getting paid big money care about drawing people to the building for? They'd work a lot harder on telling stories.
No, I get that. It's just that where he says that. I feel like what CM Punk should have said is, this is what happens when you give big money to guys who don't deserve big money. Because there's guys that probably in AEW that if anything got leaked of how much they got paid, you'd be like, what? That guy's getting paid that much? Like, what? You'd be like, no way. Like, what I'm saying? I think Punk should have said that we're giving away big money to people who probably don't deserve it, which is true. You know, some of these guys probably in All Elite Wrestling, they probably don't deserve, you know, the paycheck that they're being paid. And WWE does have it with their contracts. And Paul Heyman explained this many times. So when people say, where are you getting this information from, Chase? You can look it up. Paul Heyman talks about WWE contracts. He explained this, how there's a downside guarantee that the WWE is supposed to get. So I'll use Steve, for example. Steve signed with the WWE. His downside guarantee is $250,000. As long as Steve is always guaranteed to be making $250,000. But if Steve works hard enough, Steve can make more than $250,000 because you can go past your downside guarantee in the WWE. I think AEW, it doesn't matter how many times you wrestle a year or anything. Whatever you get paid, you get paid. So that's why with AEW, I always feel, this is my opinion, and then I have to head out. But my opinion is this: I always feel AEW's biggest flaw is that they give these wrestlers these guaranteed contracts, and so they don't have to work every week. But for a lot of people who are going to the shows, I feel like that's why the attendance is not really the hottest, because how are you going to want to pay money for a show where, yeah, Tony Khan will announce the card ahead of time, but you're not guaranteed to see the top guys all the time in AEW because they're not guaranteed to wrestle all the time. They're not guaranteed to say, like, you can't tell them, like, hey, you have to wrestle this to reach your money, to reach the how much you get paid. No, like, they get this guaranteed money of, like for example, say if Steve was downside guaranteed $250,000, but he can make like $500,000 by wrestling hard. But say if Big Mike worked for AEW and he's like, oh, well, I get paid $750,000 and I can only wrestle, and I don't have to wrestle that much. I can just wrestle 19 matches a year. Who's going to work harder, Big Mike or Steve? Steve, because Steve can have the potential to earn more money. Big Mike's going to earn $750,000 no matter what. He's going to make $750,000 at the end of the day. He don't need to freaking, like, if Tony Khan calls Big Mike, hey, Big Mike, I really need you for the show. I think it'd be good. Big Mike's going to be like, nah, I don't want to show up. I don't want to do that. You already pay me this much. Steve, on the other hand, if Paul calls him and goes, hey, Steve, I really think this would be a good feud for you. Steve's saying, I'll do it, man. I'll do it, because he wants to make more money. That's just how it works at the end of the day. And I feel that's where it hurts AEW, is the fact that they give these guaranteed contracts. These wrestlers are able to miss a lot more time than they really should be able to miss more time. And it hurts the live attendance, because if you're a fan, why would you invest, like, saying, going to AEW if you're not guaranteed a good card? If you're not guaranteed being there every single week. Thanks, Romy. I work really hard on that. I mean, they come on the show a lot, so you would think I'd be able to do their impersonations pretty well.
But before you go, real quick, I know but it's funny because one of our investors was on our boy Paul, man. Our investor Paul, he was on sneaker shopping. Exactly, man. Yes. And before you go, real quick, let's just go over the sneakers real quick of what he bought. All right.
Yeah, Triple H.
We'll let you guys decide whether, did he get not the right price. Now, I don't know when this was filmed. Keep that in mind. So just bear with that as we go through these prices. Yes, he does love the fours. Yes.
They got them for the fan. So this is the hard part. So Triple H said most of them were for the family. So I don't know who, because the prices, it's really, because so if it's Triple H's size, and I was trying to see the box, it seems Triple H is a size 12.
A lot he can do, trust us.
Oh, thanks, Jeffrey. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes. But so Triple H, if he's a size 12, can you put up the 4 graphic again, Steve? Can you put up the 4s graphic again for me?
From the beginning, yes.
Yeah. So the 4s, I'll say this: if they're a size 12, he got a really good deal on most of them. But if they're not a size 12 and they're women's shoes, yeah, man, I think he got hosed on some of these. Definitely the black canvas. That's a very good price if it's a size 12. Military black, that's normally for a size 12. All the other ones, you could have gone those Seafoams for cheaper. The SB4s. Yeah, the PSGs he overpaid for. Those ones, he overpaid for those ones. And then the Pine Green 4s, that's a good price for a women's pair. I think that one he got for his daughters. Like I said, I need to know what, I couldn't tell, because he's doing by. He was like, you want these ones, these are the ones that I want. I want that one. And I was like, Triple H, can you give it a moment to breathe? Like he speed run this whole episode.
He also got, the black Jordan 1's high black white 2.0s for $275.
That's a good. If that's a size 12, that's a horrible price. You can get those under retail. So Triple H overpaid there.
Nike Zoom Blazer mid Iron Gray 250.
So I was trying to find this one. I couldn't really find this one, to be honest. So I think this is a good price range. I mean, I think Triple H would rock it. In fact, Triple H is making me search for this shoe. I was trying to find this shoe myself because I was like, that's actually a cool Zoom Blazer mid. I actually like that one a lot. So I was actually searching that because I want a shoe that Triple H had. I was like, you know what? I'm a big Triple H fan. I'm gonna be a little in love with my boy Triple H. Let me get a Blazer mid. I couldn't find this. So very cool.
Also, and of course, he wrapped up with the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 low black Phantom for 12.
Yeah, Triple H is like, it's funny when he gave it to the person, like, yeah, this will up my suit game for sure. And the guy was like, yeah, man, for sure. Yeah, you think so? And the guy's like, yeah. He goes, all right, cool.
What's up, Chief? That is what's up to your first WrestleMania. You're gonna enjoy it, brother.
Nice.
You're gonna enjoy it, brother. But yeah, man, he ended up paying $4,472.
And he didn't flinch either. You know most of them. Did you see the one with Shane, Steve, when Shane went on sneaker shopping
years ago? Yeah, but I haven't gone back.
Yeah, Shane was like, wow, like freaking out. Triple H was just like, here's my card, read it up.
I mean, when you're the position that he's in, money ain't really a thing for him, right? Let's just be clear on that. But I feel like also, I don't know what it is. He just felt so uncomfortable in the interview. Like he just looked like, I don't want to say out of place.
He was out of place because remember he was all like he wore the Blazers, and then Joe LaPuma was like, "Hey man, I really like those Blazers." He was like, "Yeah man, my kids got me them. I didn't know if they were cool or not." Like it was like, what
but he makes him look cool as fuck. But he makes you look cool as fuck though.
I will say this. I'll say this as someone with a big foot, size 12 is real. Big Mike knows this too, as a size 14 guy. It's really hard to pull off certain shoes with these big feet. So Triple H pulling off the Blazers with the suit, very, very, very clean, very clean. And normally it's a hard shoe to pull off in a suit, Blazers especially.
I own one pair of Blazers back in the day. I hated the way they looked on my foot. I really did.
Yeah, but like if this was a dunk, you know what I'm saying? If this was a dunk, it would have looked clean as fuck. But with the Blazer, Triple H pulled it off. Anyway, Steve, I do got to head back. So talk to you later, bud.
All right, brother.
Hopefully see you all through Heat. We're going to be watching Raw together as a family. I'll be an hour late.
Also, real quick, that you're here. This Wednesday, we will be previewing WrestleMania.
And I'll be dressed in a suit. Steve, please start it at 5:30 p.m. So I have time to get ready, so that way I can be ready for the American Nightmare.
Eastern time, right? Or 5:30 Pacific.
Oh, Steve, I got work. What the fuck? Maybe
you're gonna work in a suit. You never know that one day.
Oh, I don't show up to work. That shit, dude. This is what I wear to work all the time.
Listen, Cody wins the title, bro, on Sunday. You should go up to work. Yeah, like my champion, in a suit to work out. Imagine.
Bring my undisputed title. Just be all like, yeah, what's up, guys? My boy Cody.
Exactly, brother. All right, man. Take it easy, brother. Man, and again, dude, he pulls off the look so fucking badass, dude. So fucking badass. But again, guys, if you have not watched the interview yet, watch the interview. At the end of the day, you do have AEW fans going berserk on Twitter. People want to running for the hills and shit like that. It is what it is. It's cool to think. Also, factor in, and this is gonna sting for a lot of you out there, but Ariel's a legit journalist. He's not part of the wrestling media bubble.
No.
And I'm telling y'all now, if he ever decides to splash his feet as a wrestling journalist, homie, it's over. Hey, it's over for a lot of people. I'm going to leave it at that.
I mean, who says he isn't? I mean, he gets these interviews. He gets his breaking news with these wrestlers.
Did you see
Who says he isn't just a little bit?
Did you see that? Did you see that thing real quick? Did you see that thing that happened with Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch?
I didn't get that far. that far.
Bro, it's hilarious. They ended up brawling in the studio. Fucking hilarious, dude.
But I heard that she interrupted her. Excuse
Listen.
me. Goodness.
Listen, guys. Listen. It's WrestleMania week, okay? Y'all gotta understand. It's WrestleMania week, and let's be clear. Okay, let's go to the AEW card, shall we? For Wednesday, okay? I know
we have to.
I'm gonna run through this real. I'm gonna run through this real quick. I know Walter posted this in our chat earlier today. I mean, honestly, we're not missing much, okay? Or Chris Jericho calling
damn thing.
Chris Jericho calling out Hook. Whoop de fucking do. Thunder Rosa versus Mariah May. I guess the winner gets a shot at the women's title. Likely to be Thunder Rosa. Whoop de fucking do. Badass daddy ass Billy Gunn versus Jay White. Okay, let's keep that on Collision. The EVPs versus Best Friends for the tag team title that they likely will win. That's fine. Let's go with the Bucks. Swerve Strickland, Samoa Joe signing the contract. I'll keep an eye on that. And of course, Powerhouse Hobbs versus Will Ospreay in the Battle of Wills. All I know is, bro, all I know for a fact, and you know what? It don't even gotta be. I can guarantee you guys right now. I can guarantee you. Got Millie? I'm telling you guys now, come Thursday afternoon around 5:30 p.m. when you go on WrestleNomics, you're gonna see that number. I'm gonna be like,
no Millie.
Where's the lie, folks? Where's the lie? At the end of the day, where's the lie? You know, at the end of the day. But we'll see how things go. A wise man once said, "No Philly, no Millie." No Millie for AEW. Everyone flying to Philly. I like that. That rhymes. Speaking of Philly, bro, did you see the Meek Mill trailer hyping up WrestleMania?
They use Meek Mill.
Yes. This had to have been. Well, you gotta understand. This might have been filmed prior to all the stuff that went down.
Don't matter.
I know. But they use Dreams to Nightmare, like the instrumental.
Oh, okay. That ain't bad. All right. I thought they used him like he said something. Like he was like,
I mean he was narrating. He was narrating. Freak Mill. Oh, Freak Mill. Oh no. So you mean to tell me well, Meek Mill, Diddy.
Bro, it's all bad, bro. Everything childhood wise is slowly dying. It's all bad, bro. It's
even
all bad.
joining the room with Dan Schneider, along with it's your boy. I ain't gonna say his name. The other artist who everyone survived. You call them
Robert.
You can make them a faction, bro. The Bad Boys. Literally.
No.
They're heavily teasing a performance that maybe a little Uzi Vert. Who knows? Is he still?
I could take Uzi.
I just want to rock.
That's all he's gonna perform. I mean, he performed that last year.
Halfway though, he's gonna probably sing most of the song, but mostly dance the entire thing. It's not even gonna be like. But speaking of WrestleMania, they also announced just moments ago on Twitter that this is thanks to Safet, by the way. I think it was Safet who said this only moments ago. Breaking The Rock announced that he will be inducting his grandmother Leah Maivia into the 2024 Hall of Fame. That's awesome, bro. That should be fun. Also, real quick, speaking of WrestleMania, they just announced, Nick Aldis just announced on Twitter that it will be a 6-man tag player. It's going to be Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits in a 6-man tag against Karrion Kross and the Authors of Pain of the Final Chapter at WrestleMania. They're going to have a match.
Did you see Bobby Fish on Instagram?
What did he say?
He posted what's that faction called again?
The Final Testament? Or
the
last
Final
chapter?
Testament. He posted that, and then he put an emoji like,
What was this thing
It
that
was like,
Bobby Fish something and a wish can't fish? I forgot what was the. So
yeah, but Bobby Fish teasing.
yeah, so this is for Thursday at a viewing, I guess. So Bobby Fish will have Karrion Kross. I guess for like a talk show in Philly. I guess Bobby Fish is entering the podcast game.
Oh, who cares? Move on.
I mean, why not? So I mean, good. I mean, honestly, listen, good for Karrion Kross. He's getting a WrestleMania match. That's the least I can say. I mean, granted, I'll be honest, it's not like the Final Testament of taking the world by storm. You know,
I forgot that they were a thing. I forgot AOP was in the company. I forgot Paul Ellering was back.
Steve, you recommend attending Supercard of Honor? Need something to do Friday night? You can. I mean, here's the thing, right? Say what you want about Ring of Honor. I know I've said this a lot about Ring of Honor over the year. This last year alone, paywall of honor. I know a lot of times we'll even, from time to time, we'll even, even Mike knows this, right?
Using hashtag watch Ring of Honor. No one's watching that. Come on, guys.
But if we can be serious, I mean, honestly, attending a Ring of Honor show at WrestleMania weekend is always good. However, you also got to factor in there's other shows happening. I don't know if you're going by yourself or you're going with the crew. Maybe, talk it out with your crew. If you're going with the crew, I don't know. Maybe one of your friends want to do GCW show. Maybe you want to do Ring of Honor. Hell, maybe you want to go watch the Hall of Fame. See Paul Heyman get inducted. There's so many things you can do. So many things. But Supercard of Honor over the years always tends to be the show of WrestleMania weekend. And I've always said, when you watch Ring of Honor, watch it live. Be there live. As far as pay-per-views goes, right? Pay-per-view. So I would recommend it, but it's up to you. Hey, and Karrion Kross can go to AEW. He doesn't have it. Come on.
That's harsh.
I mean, you have a right to the opinion. You're also holding back AOP. I don't know. I mean, AOP just got back, so I thought it was the first month of the reboot. To me, ROH is dead. ROH is sad now. Let's continue back to WrestleMania real quick, all right? So it's also, now mind you, this past Friday, we got the debut. We're about to wrap up, so hang on tight here. We did get the big old debut of one Jade Cargill. She finally made her SmackDown debut, Mike. Now, mind you, I didn't watch SmackDown live because I was driving to fucking Virginia, right? So I got back. So I got to my cousins. I caught the clips here and there, and this is what I wanted to see, her big signing, right? I thought the presentation, bro, was top notch. Did you watch this, by the way?
I saw a clip. I saw a line of hers.
I thought the presentation, the entrance looked top notch, bro. The storm is coming. It's sort of the music's similar to the one she used in AEW. Okay. Right? She got on the mic. I mean, she didn't embarrass herself. She did not. I know there's people out there, complaining, what have you. It is what it is. You're going to get what you're going to get. But it wouldn't be the last time we've seen Jade Cargill. She did also made an appearance later on in the night when she did save Bianca Belair and Naomi from the Kabuki Warriors. So yeah, dominance.
Man,
right?
Look at all of them. Look at them.
Beautiful,
look
right?
At them.
Beautiful.
Wow.
And it's official. It's official now. Jade Cargill will wrestle at WrestleMania. It's going to be these three beautiful, gorgeous, respectfully,
Nubian goddesses.
Nubian goddesses, yes, from different realms of the world. You know what I mean? It's like they finally reunite. You know what I mean? To save the world. You know what I mean? Naomi, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill will team up to take on the Kabuki Warriors and freaking Dakota Kai in a 6-person tag. Most likely, bro. Most likely, Asuka's getting pinned.
Really?
I think so. I mean, or maybe you'll pin Dakota. You pin Dakota Kai, right? But it's going to be Asuka, Kairi Sane, Dakota Kai versus, again, Bianca, Jade Cargill, and Naomi. Your thoughts, bro?
I mean, what would I mean? That's really no thoughts. I mean, just hope it's a good match. Can't wait to see, Jay finally in ring action. Full match. I mean, we got to see her in the. Well, she was in the Rumble, right? I'm not.
She did wrestle at the Rumble.
Yeah, she wrestled at the Rumble, and
she looked good there too. She looked great.
Yeah, she did. It'll be good to see, see her, in ring action.
Of course, absolutely. You guys are awesome, by the way. You guys are. I just want to see how are we looking right now on the. I want to see how we're looking on the likes right now, guys. Just bear with me here. We only got 9 likes, guys. Come on, what are we doing, guys? What the fuck are we doing, guys? Listen, we got about on YouTube alone. We got about 14 of you guys on YouTube right now. I know y'all can do better than that. Come on, guys. Can we get these likes up? Can we seriously get these likes up? There you go, 10 likes. Can we get like at least 20 likes? It's not going to kill you guys. It does help. Listen, when you guys like these shows, bro, when you hit the like button on YouTube, it does help us out on the algorithm. Y'all do realize that, right? What that does is going to help us appear on people's recommendations. So the people y'all do watch, like the big timers, right? When you watch their shows on the sidebar, we can pop up on the recommendations. Just saying, it does help out the show. Come on, guys. Stop fucking around. Love you guys, but goddamn, yo. But let me go back to what I'm saying real quick. Jade, I'm happy for her. She's finally getting this moment. It would have been silly as all hell, right? When you think about it. It would have been silly as all hell to have her show up on SmackDown this past Friday and not have a WrestleMania match. That would have been silly.
Right.
But I'm happy for her. She's going to look good. I can't wait to see that entrance at WrestleMania, bro. That Mania entrance is going to be fucking insane. So we'll see. Before we wrap this up here real quick, I didn't watch Collision, but I did see what happened at the beginning. And that is, of course, the indie god Matt Cardona answered the Cope challenge on AEW Collision. So, as you know, Adam Copeland, the new TNT champion, once again doing the Cope challenge, right? Doing the Cope challenge, open challenges, right? And this week it was Matt Cardona, the indie god. He's making splashes all over the independent scene, GCW, the Deathmatch King, right? I know he appeared on Impact this past Thursday, helping Steph DeLander. I know Steph DeLander will be facing Jordan Grace at Rebellion coming up. So he had a good showing. Steph DeLander. She's facing Jordan Grace for the Knockouts title. The death match.
Statlander?
No, Steph DeLander. You have to look her up, bro. The former, she was in NXT before she got let go. I even forgot her name at NXT.
How do you have a name similar to a? Okay, never mind. Let's move on.
To be fair, I mean,
let's move on. I don't want to harp on that. Oh, okay.
She is beautiful, though. I'll send you some pictures later.
Okay. Let's move on.
But eventually lost to the Spear. Adam Copeland is still the champion, and after that, the lights went out, and who happened to make an appearance? Malachi Black, teasing a future title match against Cope. I would say this for Dynasty, honestly, but that's just me, of course. But yeah, that's what happened on Collision. So there's that. She is talented. She is, and beautiful, by the way. Very beautiful, I must say. I remember I found you guys by accident by simply typing in heel. We appreciate that. That's what's up. But that's what's going down. That's what happened, man, this week in wrestling, man. Let me see here. CPZ wrote here. What is CPZ right here? Steve, you got to talk about MJF catching a stray by CM Punk for catering to the internet fans. Does he really, though? Do y'all think so? Does he really catch straight to the internet? I mean, does he really? I mean, at some aspects, yeah. But really, to be honest, though, let's be honest. AEW needs him bad. They need him back badly, bro.
I mean, he caters to. He's a shock jock. As much as I love him, he is the king of shock and awe. That's what makes him good. Outside of that, he he's there.
I hear you. I hear you. But yeah, man, that's everything we got for you guys this week. Again, it's be a crazy week for us it's WrestleMania week, all right, guys? So just keep that in mind. So the plan is simple. Tomorrow, facts, Mike. There you go. From CPZ. Here's the plan to let you guys know. Heads up, real quick. A heads up. Here's the rundown. There's a lot of tweaking that had been done. Tomorrow we will do Raw Rundown. Also on Raw Rundown, we will talk about both the Roman Reigns A&E documentary and, of course, the Bray Wyatt documentary. We'll talk all about that, and of course, we'll slice in Raw as well. We'll also, on Wednesday, we will be previewing both nights of WrestleMania, 8:30 Eastern Time. Yes, it'll be live during AEW Dynamite, but you got to understand, people, it's WrestleMania week, okay? It is WrestleMania week, all right? That's the exception. I don't want to hear it. But yes, don't be alarmed. There will be a sad on Thursday. There will be a sad. Maybe. Who knows? Because I kind of do want to preview Stand and Deliver. But I might record that and have it uploaded for you guys. Because I know none one in the panel here watches NXT. I'm the only one. So what I'm probably going to do is record, have it uploaded for you guys, have it up by Friday or Thursday at the latest. Early Thursday, Friday late, but you gotta get the idea. I'll have it up before WrestleMania Saturday. All right, that's the plan. And then Friday we'll probably be joining the brothers over at True Heel Heat for WrestleMania weekend, joining their watch-alongs and all that fun stuff as well. Okay. So there's that. Okay. That's the plan. That is the plan for now. So, yes. Thank you all for watching. You guys have been awesome as always. You guys have been so fucking awesome. All right. We do this for all you guys every single fucking week. All right. But that's going to be it for us, man. That's going to be it for us. Oh, my God. Mike, are you excited, bro? WrestleMania week. You excited, brother?
Yeah, I mean, it's as exciting as I can get,
Exactly. Absolutely. Also, fun little fact, this past weekend, I won a parlay in Virginia. I am undefeated in Virginia, bro. Undefeated, bro. All right. But that's going to be it for us, guys. Thank you all for watching. Again, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Hit that subscribe button down below. Follow the Around the Point Network on X at AT.Network. Again, hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, hit that bell notification, be notified when we go live every single time. If you want to be an ATP channel member, it's only $2.99 a month. All right. You guys can follow me on X at Heel Steven. Big Mike, let them know where can they check you out.
Yeah, you can check me out on X at Detroit Gamer 313.
That's right. You guys can follow Chase on X at ChaseOliver68. Thank you all for watching. You guys have been awesome as always. All right. You guys have been fucking awesome as always, guys. For myself, for Big Mike, for Chase, for the gang, this has been Steve's Kitchen here on the Around the Point Network. Good night, everyone.
Listen. Fuck up. Get out.
Yeah. She's still on them roids. No Millie. Everybody in Philly. No Millie. Tony would kill for a millie. Hey. The car is flaming. We don't need no water. Let that vehicle burn.